Good day, everyone. I am Rance Angelo Di Calzada, and I am a special science teacher one and senior high school focal person of Mabini National High School. And today we are going to have a tutorial as to how we are going to prepare and make our e-portfolio for our RPMS for school year 2023-2024. So I believe that from the previous school year, we are already familiar as to how we are going to prepare our e-portfolio because last time we're required to have an electronic portfolio for our RPMS. So this time we're going to do the same thing, but even though we had our orientation last time as to how we're going to do it, some of us have forgotten already as to how we're going to do it, especially on the step-by-step process, especially that we'll be using the Google Sites in preparing our RPMS e-portfolio. So just like last time, since it is an electronic portfolio or e-portfolio, all our MOVs have or needs to be compiled. And after compiling all of them, that will be the time that you're going to take a picture of it so that you can convert it into an image or through a PNG or JPEG file. Or you can also scan your MOVs using your cell phone, or you can also use a printer that has a scanner and save it as PDF. So all of the scanned documents, the pictures, the PDF file, you have to save it on your laptop or personal computer so that it will not be difficult for you to to attach or transfer all the files later on as you do your e-portfolio for your RPNS. So to share with you with on how I prepare my MOVs, I will be sharing my screen. So of course, the very first thing that we need to do is to scan all our MOVs or RPMS attachments. So in my case, I all save it in my desktop kasi para mas madali ko siyang makita. The first thing that I did is I created a folder in the desktop and I named it RPMS attachment 23-24. But if you're wondering why I started the name with one, because later on this folder will be uploaded in my Google Drive para mas madali kong mahanap and so that the folder will appear first later in the Google Drive because its name started with one. Okay. So if you're going to notice the content of this folder for my RPMS attachments, nandito yun siya lahat. So I have here my EIPCRF, and I have also here all my MOVs such as the classroom observation tool rating sheets. So meron dyan yung apat. I have also there all the documents pertaining to LAC sessions because that's also one of the MOVs that I will be needing. And aside from that, the MOVs that are required for the objective number 14. So meron dito, I included here all the MOVs for objective number 14 such as the developmental plan. Meron din ako dyan the media review form or the MRF. I also have here a certification coming from the ICT coordinator that signifies that I have completed the ESAT. Okay, so these are the MOVs that I have compiled and I put them all together into one folder. But inside the folder, I created another folder so that I can organize all the MOVs. Let's say, for example, itong COT, I put them into one folder so that it will not be difficult on my part later on as I begin attaching the MOVs in my e portfolio, Okay. So after saving all your MOVs or RPMS attachments in your laptop or computer, this is now the time that you're going to upload the MOVs or the entire folder in your Google Drive. So I believe that you are already familiar with this, the Google Drive. So the purpose of the Google Drive is for storage of different files such as pictures in the form of JPEG, PNG. You can also save here PDF, Word document, Excel. So basically it's for storage. That's why we're going to upload here all the MOVs. Kasi bakit ba kailangan kong i-upload dito yung mga MOVs ko? Because the platform that we will be using to create our e-portfolio is a Google site, which is one of the products of Google. So therefore, since it's a product of Google, I have to use also a product of Google in terms of saving my documents or my MOVs so that by the moment I begin attaching all my MOVs in my e-portfolio, smooth ang process later on. Wala akong problema when it comes to loading. Hindi siya maglalag because they share the same pareha sila ng ng platform, which is Google. So the platform for making the e-portfolio is Google site, and the platform in saving my documents is the Google Drive. Okay, so we are now here in the Google Drive. So for you to save or upload your RPMS attachments here in the Google Drive, you have to go on this area on the upper left side. You can see here a plus sign and merong new dyan. So that button, you have to click that and click folder upload kasi isang buong folder yung i-upload ko. So I am going to click this. Okay. Then after that, um, lalabas na ito siya. So I need to think of, I have to think for, or I need to look for the folder where I uploaded or I saved my RPMS attachments. So ito yung folder ko kanina. Ito, dito ko lahat kinumpile lahat. So the name is RPMS Attachments 23-24. So I will be clicking that. And after that, I will click upload. Okay, so lalabas dito, upload 126 files to this site. So I will click upload para ma-upload na siya sa Google Drive. So if you notice, medyo madami talaga siya because it's 126. So I would suggest and mas maganda if when you start uploading and start editing your e-portfolio, it would be better if you are going to have or you need to secure that your internet is fast or your internet connection is fast. Hindi siya mahina kasi anyway, even though your internet is having an average speed, ma-upload man pa rin yan siya, but it may take some time. So let's say, for example, my internet connection speed is really fast. So this 126 files will be uploaded for about 3 to 5 minutes. Pero kung medyo mahina, medyo mag-take talaga siya ng time. Okay? So I will just click cancel kasi na-upload ko na siya kanina so that this video will not be, hindi na tayo mag-wait na ma-upload pa ito siya. So, after that, pagkatapos na ma-upload siya, makikita mo na dito yung folder na in-upload mo. So, mag-wait lang tayo. Ayan. So, nandito na yung folder na in-upload ko where my MOVs are being compiled. So, ito yung mga scanned MOVs ko, scanned RPMS attachments. So, when I open it, just para ma-check ko talaga kung nandito lahat. So, ayan. Nandiyan na siya lahat. Okay? You after you have uploaded it in your Google Drive, this is now the time that you are going to start editing your e-portfolio. So your rater will be sending you the link of the template of the e-portfolio. So when you're going to click that link, so ito yung magiging itsura niya. Okay? So ito yung magiging itsura ng Google site where you're going to edit your e-portfolio, but you are not allowed to edit itong template na ito, because this template is applicable for all the teachers. So for you to edit, you have to make a copy first. Again, Do not forget to make a copy. But how can we make a copy of this? So on the upper right corner of this Google site, makikita ka dyan na three dots which are arranged vertically. So you're going to click that and may makikita ka dyan na make a copy. So you're going to click make a copy so that you can personalize your eIPC e-portfolio. Okay, after clicking the make a copy, may lalabas na ganito. So I will be editing this kasi iba ang pangalan. Of course, I will be replacing the name with Calzada. Ayun. So after that, after editing the name, I will click OK. Okay. So ayan. So let's just wait. Once na mag-open na ang bagong tab, that means that is the tab where you can start editing your e-portfolio. Okay? Pero merong question, paano kung accidentally na-click mo ang X mo ito, so mawawala ba ito siya? The answer is no. Once na make a copy mo na, this Google site that you have created is already saved in your Google Drive. Okay? So just key in some keywords in the Google Drive, dun sa search bar, for you to look for this Google site that you have created for your e-portfolio. Okay? So now, I will start editing my e-portfolio. So currently, nandito tayo sa home. Paano ko nasabi na nandito tayo sa home? So tingin tayo dito sa upper right corner. You can see their pages. So just click pages. Ayan, may makikita tayo dyan na home. Merong e-IPCRF and e-portfolio. If I will click home, ito yung lalabas. Diyan makikita yung pangalan mo, your position, your school, and the title of this e-portfolio. Okay? So now I will start editing the contents here. I will begin on this area. I will change the family name. So I will change that one to Calzada to make it Calzada e-portfolio. Then after that, I will be editing the family, the name, of course, kasi Juan S. de la Cruz ito. So I will change that one to Renz Angelo D. Calzada. Okay. Then I will edit my position. So that's special. Sorry. So that is special science teacher one. Now we'll change the name of the school as well. So that's Mabini National High School. So I will scroll it down kasi dito sa footer, iba din ang pangalan. So I will edit that. So I will change it to my name. So that's Renz Angelo D. Calzada. I will change also the position. So I will put my position there. And I will edit the name of the school as well. So that's Mabini National High School. So those are the things that you're going to change in the homepage. So now we're done with the homepage. Now let's proceed with the second part. Here's ating pages. Ang susunod ay ang eIPCRF. If you notice, there is an arrow there, the eIPCRF on the right side of the name eIPCRF. So you're going to click that. May lalabas na IPCRF 2023 and IPCRF 2024. Since our IPCRF is for 2024, we're going to click that. And lalabas ito. Okay? So now, since this is the section for the eIPCRF, I'm going to attach here my eIPCRF. But how? If you notice, there's a plus sign here. I will click that plus sign and may lalabas na ganito. Remember a while ago that we have uploaded all our documents in the Google Drive. Since we saved all the things in the Google Drive, we will click from Drive so that we can attach whatever document we want here. Okay, so click from Drive. After that, lalabas dito yung folder that we have uploaded a while ago in the Google Drive. So if you notice, this is the folder that I have uploaded a while ago. So this is RPMS attachment. So I will click that. I will double click And then I will look for my EIPCRF. So in my case, I have converted my EIPCRF to PDF. So this is the thing that I will be attaching here. So I will click that and click insert. So if you notice, medyo may changes na siya, nawala na yung plus sign, and ayan na. This is now my EIPCRF. If you think that it's very small, you can actually expand that. So depende sa gusto mo. Ayan, so na-expand siya. You can also expand it on the other side to make it bigger. Ayan, para mas malaki siya tingnan. So tapos na ako mag-attach sa aking EIPCRF. Now, this is the time that I will attach my MOVs in my e-portfolio. So if you notice dito sa pages, dyan sa gilid, we have there the section for e-portfolio. There is an arrow on the right side of the name e-portfolio, so I will be clicking that. May lalabas na 2024. I will click again the arrow beside the 2024 and the KRAs will appear. So of course, we will begin with the KRA1 or the Key Result Area 1, which is entitled Content, Knowledge, and Pedagogy. Okay, so in the KRA1, it is where the objective number 1 is assigned. So the title of objective number 1 is Applied Knowledge of Content within and across curriculum teaching areas. Okay, so ano ba ang kailangan na MOV for Objective 1? Di ba? Ang kailangan lang naman dito is the classroom observation tool rating sheets and the inter-observation, yung parang kung saan sila magsusulat ng kanilang mga observation and comments. So in my case, I will be attaching here my classroom observation tool rating sheets. Since I wanted to get an outstanding rating for objective number 1, I will be attaching all my COT from first quarter to fourth quarter. So I will be attaching 4. Okay. So if you notice, there are boxes here with plus signs. This is the section where you're going to attach all the COT. So I will click the first plus sign button since the files are already uploaded in the Google Drive. I will click from Drive. So from there, may lalabas again sa gilid and you're going to look for the folder that you have uploaded a while ago. So this is the folder and I will look for my COT or Classroom Observation Tool. In my case, I have compiled them in another folder. So I will double click that again. And there it is. These are my COT. So I will begin with COT number 1. Insert. Ayan siya. So let's just wait for it to appear. Okay, that's my COT number 1. If you notice below the COT, you can see there, click to edit text. For you to label it, you can write there COT1. Yeah. Next, plus sign from Drive. This time I will be attaching my COT number 2. Ayan. So of course you need to look for the folder for you to attach or to find the files a while ago. Okay, so this is my COT2. I will click that one. So I will be clicking insert. Okay. Ayan. And then I will add the name so that will become COT2. I will click naman the third plus sign and then from Drive. And then hanapin ko ulit siya dito. Ayan, COT tool. And then I will attach COT3. There it is. I will click insert. Okay. Okay, so I think there's a problem here. I will try to replace the image. I will be selecting. Okay, for a while. Okay, so I deleted it. So mag-create na lang ako ng panibago. So in this case, if you notice, nawala siya. Ganyan ang mangyayari, all you need to do is to click an existing section. So I will hover my cursor here. So may maglabas na yellow or I mean light blue na lining sa gilid. So you're going to copy this to duplicate. Ayan. So nandito siya nag-appear. So kung nag-create talaga siya ng separate, so I will transfer it here. Ayun. So I will replace this one. I will replace it with a different. Okay. So hindi ko maklik siya. Okay, so I will just put it here from drive. Okay, so I will look for my COT number 3 again. COT tool. Okay. And then I will look for my COT number 3 and click insert. Okay, there's really a problem with my scan copy. So kung ganyan ang mangyayari, so try to upload again your, what do you call it, your COT. Kasi baka may problem talaga doon sa image. So I will try again for my COT number 4. Bakit kaya nagkaganon? So I will try my COT4 kung ganun pa rin ang lalabas. Okay. So COT. So this is my COT number 4. Okay. Ayan. So naglabas na siya. So may problem talaga doon sa scan copy ko for COT number 3. So anyway, this scenario is very rare lang naman. So maybe the file is being corrupted. So merong problema sa pag-scan ko kaya hindi ko siya ma-attach. Okay, so if ganyan na mangyayari, you try to scan again or take a picture of the document and upload it again in the Google Drive. So as easy as that. Okay, so you're going to do the same thing with objective number 2. O hindi ko pa pala na-edit yung ano ko dito. So that's COT number 4. So I will just delete this kasi hindi naman yan siya kasali. This also. So in my case, I will transfer it here. Itatry ko ulit. Well, you can actually upload a file or attach a file here coming from your computer, but it will take some time kasi you need to upload it man. So let's try that one. So I will click upload. Then lalabas ito yung galing sa computer mo. So hanapin ko dito yung ano ko, yung COT3. So ayun yung COT3 ko. So I will click that. And, oh, ayun. Thank God. It appeared. So that's COT3. Okay, and yung COT4 ko nandito na sa baba. Okay, so you're going to do the same thing with objective number 2. So, pakita ko lang ulit. Plus sign from drive kasi nasa drive ko naman yun siya. And then, I will click RPMS attachments folder and COT. And I will attach COT number 1. Ayun. So I will edit the name. There you have it. Okay. So you're going to do the same thing with the rest of the objectives in KRA number 1 kasi same lang naman ng objectives ang i-attach natin. Our same MOVs ang i-attach natin sa objectives dito sa key result area number 1. Okay, so let's try another KRA. Let's say, for example, KRA number 4. Doon tayo sa objective number 14. So in objective number 14, the title is Develop a Personal Improvement Plan Based on Reflection of One's Practice and Ongoing Professional Learning. So ang mga MOVs dito is the certification from the ICT, the proving that you have completed the ESAT, tapos yung IPCRF developmental plan mo, yung updated IPCRF developmental plan from phase 2, and of course your mid-year review form. Okay, so let's try to attach. So yun lahat na na-mention ko na MOVs, I already included that one on the folder where I uploaded it in the Google Drive. So I will be clicking from Drive and I will look it from the folder of my RPMS attachments. So this is the folder. And asan ba? Ayun, objective number 14. Okay, so this is the certification galing sa ICT. So I will click that and click insert. There you have it. So ngayon, ang upload ko na naman is that developmental plan, or I will attach a developmental plan. So same thing, from Drive pa rin kasi na-upload ko na yun sa kanina. So I will look for objective number 14 and developmental plan. There you have it. Just ma-attach na yan siya dyan. Ayan. Tapos yung aking updated IPCRF developmental plan. Asa na ba yun? Okay, let's wait. So, kung mahina internet mo, so medyo mabagal siya, no? Mag-loading pa dyan siya. So, mas maganda sana kung malakas ang internet. Okay, so this is my updated IPCRF developmental plan from phase 2. Okay, it's successfully attached. So now this is my MRF. Okay, asan na yung MRF? Nandito na ba ang MRF? Okay, so I'm pretty sure that I have included already it in my folder. So where is the MRF? Ayun, this is my MRF. Naka-PDF kasi siya. Kasi para maisa ko lang siya. Okay, there you have it. So ayun. So if you notice, meron mga excess dyan. Can we remove it? The answer is yes. All you need to do is to hover your cursor on the side. Make sure there's a light blue color that will appear on the side of the section. You're going to click it and click the garbage bin icon or symbol to delete it. Do the same thing with the other one. And there you have it. So for me to edit the name, ito siya is this certification from ICT, from ICT coordinator. Ayun siya. And then this is my IPCRF DP. This is my updated IPCRF DP from phase 2. And this is my MRF. Okay. So as easy as that. So ipagpalagay natin na natapos ka na doon sa iyong e-portfolio. So the next thing that you're going to do, so confident ka na, tapos ka na. So if you notice, there is a publish button on the upper right corner of your Google site. You're going to click that so that you can publish it. Merong lalabas na ganito. So you can actually edit the web address. So in my case, naglabas dito is Calzada ePortfolio. But I want it to be more specific. So I will put Calzada-RPMS. It's Calzada RPMS. Oops, I cannot edit it for a while. RPMS ePort portfolio 2324 to make it more specific. After that, I will click publish. Kapag natapos na, ibig sabihin na publish na ang iyong Google site, your e-portfolio. If you want to visit it, para makita mo kung paano siya makikita ng ibang tao, so punta ka dito ulit sa publish. Sa tabi ng publish, meron nang naglabas dyan na arrow down na button. So you're going to click that and you're going to click view published site. Okay, may maglabas na another tab. So this is now the e-portfolio. Ito yung makikita ng rater mo. If you want also to share this to your colleagues, ganito nila makikita yung e-portfolio mo. So now the question is, how can you share this to your rater, to your principal, or to your colleagues? So all you need to do, dito sa home, dyan sa link sa taas, i-copy mo lang ang link. This one, copy the link. And then, once copied, You can actually send or paste the link doon sa, let's say for example, you're going to send it via Messenger. So in my case, para hindi ko siya makalimutan, I will save it muna sa aking sticky notes. So meron akong sticky notes dito sa akin. Okay, so this is my sticky notes. So, delete ko muna yan. So, dito ko siya ipipaste. Ayan. Para pag magsabi na yung rater ko na okay, submit na on September 16 yung link na inyong e-portfolio. So, this is now my e-portfolio. I can just copy it right away. I will click Control C on my keyboard and paste it sa Messenger or kung saan man nila gusto ipapaste itong link ng e-portfolio mo. So, kapag natapos na, so you're already done. So you have successfully completed your e-portfolio. So I will stop sharing. So I hope that you learned something no, from this tutorial. So I know the tutorial is quite fast or maybe meron kayong hindi naintindihan. If you have questions or concerns, feel free to ask questions. You can send a direct message to me. You can also visit me here in the Senior High School Computer Laboratory for me to guide you properly. So please don't be hesitant no, in asking questions because I am so much willing to help you. So once again, this is Renz Angelique Calzada, Special Science Teacher 1 and Senior High School Focal Person. Have a great day, everyone, and hopefully that you can start working with your e-portfolio for your RPMS for school year 2023-2024. Goodbye, everyone.